Hello everyone, I'm here with a Mario Kart countdown that you all are waiting for a while now. Today, I'll be going over my top 16 favorite Mario Kart Double Dash tracks. Please keep in mind that this is my opinion, not everyone's, and I will rate these tracks by their design, details, difficulty, and music. So with all of that being said, let's get started with this list. For number 16, we have Baby Park. This track is an oval. That's it. Just a short, 7-lap oval. There is some other stuff on the track, like in the background, but it's actually pretty bland in my opinion. They tried making this track last longer by doing 7 laps, but it can get a bit tedious most of the time. This track has been acclaimed by fans because of its use of items to make it chaotic, but I stated that I'm rating these tracks by design, details, difficulty, and music, not how the items work in the track. The music kind of fits in, but it's still a bit meh. I would honestly rather prefer the Mario Kart 8 remake, but that's off topic. What's more off topic is the DS remake, which is honestly very horrible. Overall, Baby Park just doesn't really do it for me. Number 15, Sherbet Land. Did they just rehash Sherbet Land from Mario Kart 64? Really, Nintendo? Really? Actually, this is a little better. Sherbet Land on the GameCube is kind of like Mario Kart 64 Sherbet Land, but with slight differences. The ice physics are still annoying, the water is still an obstacle, but it's pretty minor. There are shy guys that act like the penguins, and freezies that can freeze you upon contact for a certain amount of time. It kind of gets annoying after a while. The only thing going for on this track is that it feels kind of Christmassy thanks to the music. Overall, Sherbet Land is a slight rehash of Mario Kart 64 Sherbet Land, and it is pretty bad, or mediocre. Okay guys, time for your first shocker. Luigi Circuit is not 16 on this list. Well, I kinda established that with Baby Park, but whatever. If I put this any higher, I would have tons of dislikes and hates. So 14 is a sufficient placement. Luigi Circuit can be fun in some cases, and I like how 2 roads are connected to each other to allow snaking and bump into other carts that are headed towards you, but it can get a bit boring after some time. The music fits in and it kind of makes the track a bit more fun, but this track is still a bit mediocre. Peach Beach is just a normal beach track. The atmosphere is relaxing and the details are efficient. It's a bit simple and the catacracks are so gosh darn annoying. Why are these things here? I know the track isn't supposed to be empty, but they should probably have renamed this track Cataquack Beach instead of Peach Beach. Anyways, the track is short, so there's nothing really to say about it. The music fits in, well, because it's a beach track. Overall, this track is mediocre. Mario Circuit is just one of your average and normal circuit tracks. It has a good atmosphere, feel, and uses good elements like the piranha plants and the chain chomp near the beginning. The atmosphere and feel is good, I said that before, and it feels like an actual circuit track, I said that before as well, but at the same time, it is kind of bland. The design of the track has a lot of turns, and it can be a bit difficult to get through, especially that one part with the bumps and the Goombas. The music fits in most of the time. Overall, this track is okay. And it deserves a number 12 spot on my list. Here is another shocker. Yoshi Circuit is at number 13 on this list. This track is also acclaimed by fans because of its Yoshi outline design, but it doesn't really do it for me. The only complaints I have for this track is that everything is so twisty. The rock that's shaped like a boot is clever though. The only thing good about this track and what's good for it and what's going for it is the good use of the colors. I didn't really have much to say about this track because it's self-explanatory, but this track is pretty okay and it deserves a number 11 spot on my list. Now we move out of the kind of bland tracks. For number 10, we have Mushroom Bridge. This track lives up to its name. It has a bridge. Not only that, but there's cars, buildings, and some other stuff, and it kind of relates to Toad's Turnpike. Speaking of the cars, there's a mushroom car, and if you hit it, it'll dispense mushrooms. There's also a Bob-omb car that I don't really like that much, so yeah, let's not even go there. The music kind of fits in, and it really does sound kinda traffic-y. Overall, Mushroom Bridge is pretty good. Alright guys, get your pitchforks and torches because Dry Desert is number 9 on my list. I'm ready for those dislikes now. Moving on, this track is actually kind of fun, unlike some people who hate it. The track is twisty, but you actually don't go into the off-road that much. In fact, the off-road isn't really the off-road. It's kind of like Cheeseland from Super Circuits, where you think it's the off-road, but it actually is not. The tornado is a good obstacle, the quicksand pit with the piranha plant is pretty easy to avoid, and the area with the hills and pokies can get a little chaotic sometimes. And like I said, the off-road isn't really the off-road because the hills are kind of the off-road, in which they aren't. Okay, grammar. The music fits in with this track most of the time. Overall, Dry Desert is a pretty good track. Similar to Mushroom Bridge, Mushroom City lives up to its name. In this track, you drive in a city filled with rush hour traffic. It's a little too fast, but I can understand that night hours are probably the most busiest for highways, and it can be pretty relatable to the real world. The track design is similar to Toad's Turnpike, but it has additional roads. The atmosphere is vibrant, and I kind of like it, and it really fits in with the theme of the track. The music fits in, but I wish it would be a little bit more fitting, kind of like the music they used in Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Winter Games. Overall, Mushroom City is a good track. Third shocker, Daisy Cruiser is number 7. Just because I put this track at number 7 does not mean I hate it. Moving on, this track is unique because it takes place on a boat, obviously, thus the name, Daisy Cruiser. Also, why is Daisy involved in this? She has her own boat? Wow, how rich is this princess? Anyways, throughout the track, you drive through the interior of the ship, including a dining hall, where tables switch from left to right, and you can drive on the pool deck. Daisy, you are crazy for letting your boats be a Mario Kart track. The music is the same as Peach Beach, and it fits in. Overall, Daisy Cruiser is a really good track. This is a track that everyone is dying to be remade. Bowser's Castle. This track is very eerie, just like Mario Kart 64's Bowser Castle, but it's still not the best Bowser's Castle. Yes, I still think 7's is better. Moving on, this track is pretty chaotic for Bowser's Castle because you twist and turn through the ins and outs of the monstrous castle. The big catch is obviously the big statue of Bowser near the end that can spit fireballs at incoming racers. There is a shortcut there, but yeah. The music is also pretty eerie and it fits in well. Bowser's Castle is overall an eerie track and it's pretty great. This was a completely different track that appeared out of nowhere when the game was released. Dino Dino Jungle. I don't know what this track is based off of, but anyways, this track is a lot of fun. There's a bunch of dinosaurs like the pterodactyls, the long-necked dino that I forgot the name of, and more. The track design has lots of twists and turns and branching pathways, so it's a bit complex and that's what makes it fun. The music fits in pretty well. It has the jungle feel to it. Well, obviously, because the track is called Dino Dino Jungle, so it has a jungle feel to it, and blah 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 blah. Anyways, Dino Dino Jungle is a pretty fun track, and it deserves the number 5 spot on my list. Time for a stadium track, Waluigi Stadium. This track actually does feel like an actual stadium, kind of what you would find in a dirt biking game. This track has tons of features, such as fire sticks, jumps, and more. Also fire rings, yeah, those are cool as well. The design has a lot of sharp turns and bumps, so it can be pretty challenging, even for a pro Mario Kart player like myself. The music fits in very well, and it's really catchy. The one thing I find amusing about this track is that the piranha plants halfway through the track is fake. Yeah, that's pretty amusing. Overall, this track is really great. Ever wanted to be shot out of a cannon faster than the speed of sound? Then DK Mountain is just that place. In this track, you go into a cannon and you get shot to the other side of the map, and believe me when I say that you get shot out fast. You go over 190 miles per hour. When you land on the other side of the track, you have to go back down the mountain, going through all the twists and turns, avoiding crevices and boulders. I also find it amusing that everything has eyes. Even the volcano, the freaking volcano, has a face. The music is very fitting as well, and it's kind of the same as Dino Dino Jungle's music. DK Mountain is one of those revolutionary tracks in Mario Kart with its cannon mechanic. And now the final shocker of the day. Rainbow Road is not number 1. This track, it looks so beautiful. You're driving over a city, Mushroom City in fact. This iteration of Rainbow Road is fun because there's so much in store. There's a 470-degree spiral turn, tons of speed panels, twisting turns, jumps, shooting stars, a rainbow spring that launches you high. Whew. This track is just fun and challenging. This isn't my favorite Rainbow Road though. I find the Wii's better than this, and I find this better than the 3DS's. The music is very majestic, and I love it. I really adore it. I kinda listen to it most of the time. But this is number 2. What's number 1, you may ask? Well, let's find out. Wario Colosseum. Oh my god, this track is so much fun. It feels like an actual roller coaster with all of the angled turns, jumps, spiral turns, roofed areas, and the fact that mostly everything is in a dome and all of that in a stadium is just very amazing. Or maybe it's a cage. I don't know. I also like the sound the track makes, giving out that roller coaster feel more. The music fits in very well, and it makes the track even more fun. This track is my favorite Double Dash track, and it definitely makes my top 10 tracks of all time. Well, that's my opinion. What are your top 16 favorite Mario Kart Double Dash tracks? leave a comment and share. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I am Atawir, signing off.